understand that this is the type of business where what you make, what you earn is very contingent upon the effort and the energy that you put into it. And results will vary. But what we are going to show you tonight is what's possible, what we're seeing happen, and how we're seeing it happen. I will say that I don't think there's ever been in this particular industry, direct sales, network marketing, referral marketing, customer, whatever you want to call it, so many different names, there's never been a more dynamic product that's ever hit this industry. And I don't believe we've ever had a more profound market timing than what we have right now. And I wasn't looking for this type of business. I made some money over the years in network marketing, but to be candid, I was very burned out on the industry. I was burned out. I saw a lot of casualties, so to speak. Folks that were. How many of you have ever been in some type of home-based business, network marketing type company before, direct sales company before? So I had, and everything that I had done in the past, 2 or 3 companies over the last 20 years, they were all product-based companies. People were ordering products every month. They were, you've seen it, right? The skincares, the lotions, the potions, that type of thing that are out there. And so I was done with that. I was burned out on that. I said, it's not my lane anymore. So I wasn't really looking for this business model. But when I saw the product and what the product did, because here's the flip side of that. I believed in the model.
Yeah.
I made millions of dollars in the network marketing model. So it's not that I didn't believe in the model. I did, but I felt like the industry had become very congested. Anna Marie was the first one to ever use that word, actually, back in months ago in Los Angeles at our first event. The industry was congested. Everybody had similar products. My weight loss is better than your weight loss. My skincare will make you look younger than your skincare, right? And so for me, I wasn't looking, but when I saw this product, I said, this is different. This is really a game changer because there is no competition. And we have something very, very special, very, very unique. And we'll talk about that here tonight. I love this quote by Bill Gates. I think everyone will agree with this, that certainly one of the secrets of success in business is in detecting where the world is going, where the market's going, and then getting there first. How many of y'all agree with that? That if you can be first to market, right? If you can know that, okay, the market's going here, and you can get in front of the market, you have a real opportunity. In fact, sometimes it's better to be first than even to be best, right? If you can be first to market with something, we happen to have a product that I believe is not just first to market, but it's the best product that I've seen in this particular space that we're in, this technology space. And we'll talk more about that tonight. So I got a phone call this summer. Actually, the call came from a friend of mine in Mexico, Rodrigo. And Rodrigo said, have you seen what Chad and Natita, and their mom and dad's name is Nat and Chanita, so don't get confused, Nat, Chanita, Chad, Natita. He said, have you seen what they're doing over in Asia, what they launched? And I said, I don't know anything about it. All I know is I've seen the reports, the business reports of how much money's being earned. So I don't even know what the product is or anything. He said, bro, you need to talk to them. He said, the company's wanting to come to North America. You need to talk to them. And so I did. They were over in Thailand, in Bangkok. We got on the Zoom, and he showed me what you're going to see here tonight. And again, I wasn't looking, but I'm an open-minded person, right? If somebody I respect has a business idea or something they want to talk about, I'm always open, right? Let's talk it out. Let's see what it is. But I had no idea what he was about to show me. So I'm like, sure, I'll get on a webinar. And I didn't know if he was going to show me, some, magic weight loss pill. I didn't know what it was going to be. Some new cream that'll make you look 30 years younger in 30 minutes. I didn't know what I was about to see. All my walls were up, right? I was very skeptical. All my walls were up. Thought, what is he about to pitch me on? But he asked me this question. And when he asked me this question, my mind opened up to the conversation. And I said, yes, I'm willing to learn more. He said, Jeremy, if you knew that by the year 2020, there would be an emerging technology market worth $34 billion in revenue. And if you could have the #1 technology product in that entire space, would you want to know more about it? Now, my walls went down at that point. Honestly, I said, yeah, if you could show me that there's some market out there that I don't know about that's going to do $34 billion in sales, and we could have the #1 product, yeah, if this could even remotely possibly be true, of course I want to learn more about it. Now, I didn't think he could prove that to me. I didn't think he could show me a product that would fulfill this, this question, but it opened up my mind. How many of y'all would agree? If we can show you something that's going to do $34 billion in the next 3 years, a year in revenue, and we can have the #1 product in that space, heck, it's worth taking a look at, right? I mean, that's a pretty big transfer of wealth. So Forbes magazine and several other publications now put some great stats out there, but Forbes says that the wearable technology market will be worth $34 billion by 2020. And it's wild because now that I'm in this business, how many of y'all have ever bought a car before? Not necessarily a new car, maybe a new car, but all of a sudden you start seeing that car on every street corner, right? You're like, oh my gosh, there's my car, right? And it shows up everywhere. And the reason you start seeing it is because now you're aware of it, right? You have the car. When I got into the wearable tech space 6 months ago with this company, I began to see it everywhere. It was mind-blowing. Countries I traveled to, airports, malls. I remember November, right before Thanksgiving, I was in Target, and I was buying a set of speakers for my computer. So I was in the electronics section in Target, in my little Lafayette, Louisiana. And there's a whole section with a big sign, wearable technology. And I never saw that before. This Christmas time, I was in Best Buy. And there were rows, big signs, wearable technology. There's Apple Watches and Garmin's and Fitbits and the Samsung, whatever they all were. And I said, man, this is real. I never paid attention to it before, because honestly, I never would have bought a wearable tech device. I could care less about Fitbit or any of that kind of stuff. Didn't do anything for me. So I wasn't really in the game. But when I saw this, I said, man, this is everywhere. My daughter and I went to Dubai in January, and in Dubai, at the airport, there's kiosks in the middle of the mall. Wearable technology. I was in Bangkok, Thailand. I was in the Philippines last month. And everywhere I go around the world, wearable technology is there. Here's a number that I think maybe is one of the most important numbers for us. Fitbit. Anybody heard of Fitbit? Mm-hmm. Now, Fitbit does maybe 25% of what our device does. And when I talk to you tonight about our app store that we just launched this week, and our open API platform for app developers, we're the first and only wearable technology product in the world to have a third-party app store. We'll talk about that tonight. Even prior to the app store, just the device and the device alone, Fitbit maybe does 25% of what our device does. Guys, last year they sold 22 million devices. 22 million devices. It's crazy, right? So it's there. It's trending. One of the top 5 most requested Christmas gifts was Fitbit. And I think the reason I never got into the whole Fitbit thing or whatever was because its functionality was pretty limited. Right? You count your steps and heart rate and different things, but the parameters for me weren't big enough. They weren't relevant enough. So that's not a big deal to me. Here's why. Because whatever steps I walk every day is what I'm going to walk. And I don't need someone telling me how many it was, right? Because it's not like I'm going to do more because of what it said. I'm that guy, right? I'm like, whatever I want, whatever I do, I do. So I never got into it. When I saw what this product did, I said, I need this for me, I need this for my whole family. And I'll show you that here tonight. A little background on our company, just so you know where we're coming from. This is our CEO, Fabio Galdi. I believe he's one of the most courageous entrepreneurs, but also inventors and innovators of our day and age. He has successfully been in front of market trends multiple times in his technology career, going all the way back to 1994, when he founded the 2nd largest internet service provider in Italy, and it was the 5th largest internet service provider throughout all of Europe. I remember 1994 because, I'll help you guys remember 1994 too. 1994, how many of y'all remember getting in the mail CD-ROMs from AOL? Or going to Kinko's to print something, and on the counter they have a stack of, right, and they were giving away like hotcakes. And I remember I was laughing because I was telling a story the other night, and my daughter's like, Dad, what's dial-up internet, right? There's no concept of what dial-up internet is. But I still remember, 93, 94, I got AOL. I still remember, you'd log in, and it would say, welcome, you've got mail. How many of y'all remember that? Yeah. AOL. And the internet was starting to become a household item. Well, Fabio saw that. And years before he began to put together an internet service provider company, he saw the trend coming. He got in front of the trend, sold that company for hundreds of millions of dollars. In 2002, he did it again with touchscreen technology. They said he was crazy. They said touchscreen is for science fiction movies. Today you can't check in at the airport, go to your ATM machine, the self-checkout line at Walmart, it's all touchscreen, right? Our phones, touchscreen technology. Our iPads. But in 2002, that was a new idea in the marketplace. And he pioneered that, he led that in the market, and again, hit a huge home run there. In 2005, he developed one of the first successful voice over IP platforms. That's technology like Skype, where you can talk and have a conversation through the internet. WhatsApp uses it now, Facebook Live, Facebook phone calls, Zoom webinars. They're all using voice over IP technology. In fact, in 2011, when our company began, we actually began with a mobile phone that used voice over IP technology, and it went really big in certain countries that didn't have good providers like we do here in North America and other places. So like Northern Europe, Northern Africa, they actually had 700,000 customers in our company in Northern Europe, Northern Africa, that were using these cell phones with voice over IP because they could call anywhere around the world through the internet with no long distance fee, right? And it was a great product. But in 2015, Fabio realized two things. Number one, the big companies caught up with that. Today, having voice over IP is not a big deal. You can download 20 apps on your phone that all use this technology. Google Voice, Skype, whatever it might be. The second thing you realize is the two biggest markets in the world for our industry, technology and network marketing, is Asia and North America. Two biggest markets in the world. Here's the stats. 46% of all revenue in the network marketing industry comes from Asia. 46%. 34% comes from North America. Combine the two, that's 80% of the industry's revenue comes from those two regions. Our company made it to number 77. Look at that. We made it to number 77. Out of 5,000 direct sales companies, we made it to number 77 without Asia and without North America, without the two biggest markets. But in 2015, Fabio realized we will never be able to grow big in North America or in Asia if we're going into the cell phone business. How many of y'all would agree? We probably wouldn't be here tonight if this was a meeting about a cell phone, right? Unless the cell phone could like cook you dinner or something, right? It'd be different. But we're brand loyal. We love our iPhones. We love our Samsungs, right? To try to compete in these markets with phone technology, it'd be a tough market to compete in. He knew that the next wave of technology was wearable tech. And he knew that wearable tech is what would take us and open the doors for markets like Asia and markets like North America. So we launched North America at the end of September, just about 6 months ago. Our company's publicly listed. And we have a real specific goal by the year 2020 to be a $2 billion company. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that'll tell you that. I've been pitched network marketing companies for many, many years. And they all say, we're the next $1 billion company. We're the next $1 billion company. But no one has ever shown me, until now, an actual roadmap and a plan to become a multi-billion dollar company. And I'm going to show you tonight that we have an actual product plan. We actually have a strategy to become one of the top 10 companies in the world in the next 3 years. I'm going to show you our strategy to do that. But I love that we're publicly listed. In fact, Fabio just met with both the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. We now meet all of the qualifications for both. So we're going to be shifting our public stock to one of the big exchanges this year. Some exciting things are happening with our company. I'll tell you this, January of last year, our stocks were trading at 10 cents a share, under 10 cents a share. And now it's well over $10 a share and growing, and we've got some big things coming in this year. So we're on the rise, but it's cool to know that we're a part of a public company and our records are public and that type of thing. This is a really neat thing. I've never had this before in business. We are now able to do business today, right now, in 195 different countries. It's crazy. I have business growing all over the world right now. And gosh, with social media, it's crazy, right? The word gets out, so boom, and it's unbelievable. How many of y'all have seen the 2-minute video or the 5-minute video that we have for our company? Okay, good, just about everybody. So our team, we produce those videos. When we started with this company, we said we gotta have good videos that deliver the message. The last thing we want is people running around having to be salespeople, right? Trying to explain it, and we want to keep it fun, keep it easy, say, hey, check out this video, whatever. Well, we've now, that video now, just today I uploaded 5 new languages, Japanese, Russian, Arabic, Spanish, French, we have Thai, Vietnamese, and many, many more coming. So can you imagine being able to show somebody this information anywhere in the world? They go, I want to do this business, I want to build this. And they go online, they purchase, they sign up, and they can start doing business that day in 195 different countries. So we've got a true global model, which I've never been a part of something like that before. It's been pretty exciting. We've got some great relationships in place. Our relationship with Toshiba. Toshiba makes the processor in our device. And the reason we went with Toshiba, there's a lot of companies that can make the processor, but obviously the name recognition. Quality manufacturers, one of the top 100 technology manufacturers in the world. They have the ability to produce 2 million helos on a monthly basis. 2 million helos a month is their capability. So plenty of opportunity. You know, we're prepared for some big growth there. So this is the device. Most everybody's seen the video, so you know some of the highlights of what the device does. But you're able to monitor, you know, your blood pressure, your heart rate, perform an ECG, EKG, so actually do a heart check on yourself. I love the sleep quality because it doesn't just tell you how many hours you slept, but it tells you how many times you woke up, how many hours of deep sleep you got. So you can really pay attention to those trends. Your breath rate, your emotions, your fatigue. Of course, it still does, you know, the steps and the calories burned as well. I'll share a quick story with you guys that happened to me personally, and this is back in November. And I go to the doctor once every 6 months to get my blood work done. Now, I don't know if any of y'all relate to this, but I get so nervous when I go to the doctor. I don't know, I think it's because when I was a kid, and I went to the dentist, right? And they were drilling my teeth as a kid. Every time I step into a doctor's office, I start to get nervous. Well, this particular time, it was worse than ever been. I'm sitting in the waiting room. My heart's racing. I'm starting to sweat. I go in, the nurse runs my vital signs. She puts the cuff on, and my blood pressure was high, 149 over 99. And I'm going, you know, and I know my blood pressure is good because I have my helo. I run my helo every 2 hours, automatically. It does it automatically every 2 hours. And I pay attention to it. So it's okay to keep it real, right? Yeah. All right. So I was a little bit nervous because when the nurse ran in, I said, all right, I'm going to run my helo test on my device. But here's why I was nervous. Because this is the first time I ran the device. I mean, right side by side in my doctor's office, right? It was my 8th week in the business, my 2nd month in the business. I had already made my first $100,000, right? So I'm in the game, I'm making money. And I'm going to myself, if I run this thing and it doesn't work, I gotta quit the business. I have no choice but to quit, right? I can't market something I don't believe in. So there's a part of me that was a little bit hesitant, right? I was like, no, let's do it. And I ran it. Here's what came back as 147 over 97. Their medical device was 149 over 99. Mine was 147 over 97. I ran it 3 times. So here's what happens. I go in, doctor comes in, go over my blood work. The reason I do blood work is I have some health issues in our family. I just want to stay on top of that. So he goes, everything's good on your blood work. He said, but Jeremy, we have to talk about your high blood pressure. And I said, Doc, I promise you, I don't have high blood pressure. I said, right now I do. And I have this device that I wear that monitors my blood pressure. And I pulled my app up and I said, here, I just ran it with your nurse. And here's what it says. It agrees with you. It agrees with your nurse, your medical device. Right now, my blood pressure is high. And I showed him the reading, 147 over 97. I said, but Doc, let me show you 6:30 a.m. this morning. Showed him. Let me show you 8:30 a.m. this morning. Showed him. So let me show you yesterday. And I showed him a whole week of my blood pressure trends. And I said, Doc, I have good blood pressure. On a daily, regular basis, here's my actual blood pressure. So for some reason, when I come in here, it gets all haywire. And so that's when I learned there's such a thing called white coat syndrome, where some people actually get nervous around doctors. I guess I might have that. But he said, we don't want to put you on medicine, just keep an eye on it. Here's what hit me. I got on my car as I left, and I thought to myself, how many people would have left that doctor's visit with a prescription to high blood pressure medication? It wasn't the doctor's fault. He was making an assessment on a 15-minute visit with 15 minutes of data based on 6 months ago, right? So nothing wrong with the doctor, but I was able to provide my doctor with a broader scope of what was happening in my body, my biometrics, and we were able to make a more educated decision on my situation. But I thought, how many people would have walked out of there with a prescription of high blood pressure medication that didn't actually need it? And I guess maybe that could cause more harm than good. Now, the next couple slides, I think, really are the biggest game changers. This is called our Guardian feature, where you can actually monitor your loved ones anywhere in the world. So let's use mom, for example. Let's say mom's got wearing her helo. She has a set, maybe to run every 15 minutes, or like me, every 2 hours. It just automatically runs her measurements. And you want to check in on mom. Hey, how's mom doing? You can take your phone, your app, open it up, check in on mom, and you can see how well is mom sleeping? Is she getting good rest? What mood is she in? What energy levels has she been in? What's her blood pressure? What's her heart rate been? And you can actually see mom's vital signs. And that's peace of mind for a lot of people, right? To be able to have access to that. But it gets even better. If, we'll use mom as the example, if mom's vital signs ever go too high or too low, maybe her heart rate drops, or blood pressure spikes too high, whatever it is, it will send out an automatic emergency text message to the family members that are part of their week care emergency contacts. And it will let you know mom's blood pressure is too high, or mom's blood pressure is too low, whatever it is. And it will even send you the GPS link of where your mom is, in case you can't get a hold of mom. You call 911 and say, hey, I just got an emergency text. Something's going on with mom. Don't know what's wrong. She's not answering. Here's where she is. How many agree that's powerful?
Yes.
Right? That's why we like to say this is Fitbit on steroids. Great feature that we have, family monitoring, and we got some cool things we're even adding to that, but I won't get into that tonight. Panic alert button. I love this. My daughter's 17 years old. And she's ever going home from work and there's an emergency, whatever it is, she can double tap the panic button and it will send a text message to me, her mama, and her grandma. And same thing, GPS notification, here's where she is, panic alert was sounded, she's in some type of emergency. So again, just a cool peace of mind feature to know that should someone ever be in an emergency, they can double tap that panic button. I've never been a pseudoscience type of person. I'm a pretty scientific thinker, so I'm always a skeptic on some of this stuff. But so is our CEO. They're just a bunch of scientists, researchers, engineers, and technology guys. He had, years ago, an experience with germanium. He was battling some blood circulation issues, and he was in Singapore. They had a health show or health booth set up. Lady came in, put his hand under a microscope. She said, you got to try this germanium bracelet. He puts it on, and he could see the blood circulation, just like you see in this chart. Within a matter of minutes, he could see the increase of the circulation. So he said, all right, I want to buy the bracelet, like $600. He bought the germanium bracelet, and within 3 weeks, he began to see things that he dealt with for 5 years. Been to doctors, and the whole 9 yards. And we don't make any cure claims or anything like that, but he saw tangible difference in what happened in his health and his body. So he did the research on germanium. Germanium is a mineral, it's a stone, and it has amazing benefits, overall benefits for the body. It helps to provide more oxygen in your blood, helps with circulation. So we've added the germanium to the device. It just goes on the band, and when you wear the device, you're getting the benefits of the germanium too. So it's, again, it's not the wow factor of, emergency alert notification, but it's got some real value, and we have a lot of people seeing some great benefits from that. January 1st of this year, Fox Family and Friends did a first of the year episode and a feature on the top 5 technology products for 2017 that would dominate, were their exact words, dominate 2017. And they featured our Helo as one of those 5 products. This was on every major news network around the world, every cable network around the world. This was not just a local Fox News. This was the Fox Family and Friends. They featured the Helo as one of the top 5. So, that was just some great credibility for us. I love the price point of our device. $300, it says $320 here, the new device actually $319 for the new model. But you can look here and see, some of the other devices like the Garmin and some of the others, the high-end devices, some of them sell from $250 to $300 or more per device, and they do a fraction of what our device does. So very well priced, $319. We have a very powerful promotion pack. It's called a family pack. If you buy 4 devices, you get a 5th one for free. So most people do the family pack. They get multiple devices and allows them to start their business better or have devices for their family, and of course you save some money. But we offer a lot more in value than the cost. I think we could sell this device for $500 or $600. I really did. And we may lose some people, but I think 80% of people that bought this device for $320 would have bought it for $500. But the company said, let's keep it at a price point that's competitive in the marketplace, and we're committed to doing that. So remember earlier I told you we have a goal and a plan to get to $2 billion a year by 2020? I'm going to show you 2 slides right now. 2 slides that are part of our strategy. And I think you're going to agree, just with the first slide, you're going to agree you've never seen anything like this before. How many of y'all have ever said you would love to be at the right place at the right time? Yep. There's a lot of things that I missed, and a lot of things, man, if I'd have known then what I know now, right? Looking back. How many of y'all ever had a chance to buy some stocks at some point in your life you think, I should have done it when they brought it to me? Anybody missed out on some? Yeah, absolutely, right? I hear stories all the time, right? Old IBMs and different, man, I had a chance to buy it at this Apple stock. I could have bought it at this and I turned it down, right? Opportunities, come and go, I think, for all of us. This is one I promise you don't want to miss. This next slide I'm going to show you is what has kept me up, wakes me up in the morning, and it's the reason why I'm building this business like I've never built any other business before, because I know what's coming in the 4th quarter of this year. I'm going to show you on the next slide. And if you understand the implications of this, you're going to understand there's never been a moment like this in our industry, and we get to be on the front end of it. And I'm going to share something cool that happened just this week on this. 4th quarter of this year, we are launching our blood glucose feature. Yes. Where you will actually be able to, in real time, monitor your blood sugar levels without pricking the skin.
Hurry up.
This is a game changer.
Yes.
On a couple different levels. This is a game changer. I'm going to take a little bit of time here because it's very important you understand this is where we are going by the end of this year. Those of us that are building right now, see, here's what I know. The more people we let know about the Hilo now, the bigger we build our network together now, when this thing hits the marketplace, watch, by show of hands, how many know somebody right now who has to prick their skin and monitor their blood sugar? Every hand in the room. Every hand in the room.
Right.
We all know someone, right? Now, we're not saying stop, don't do your medical procedures. We're not saying that. But can you imagine what this will do? I'll just use the example of the diabetic population. Jeez. When they can pay attention in real time and go, whoa, I just ate that meal, and it did that to my blood sugar? Okay, that meal is something I should avoid. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the family monitoring of this? Whew. Right? When stubborn dad, who knows he shouldn't be drinking his Dr. Peppers because he's diabetic, won't stop, and you get an alert that goes, Dad, your blood sugar just spiked again. He called on the phone and say, can you imagine the implications of this? By the way, we're launching next month, but we have it done. It's called LifeLog. LifeLog is an online cloud that allows you to report the trends of your vital signs to your physician, your health coach, anybody you want. How cool is that? You go into your doctor, and before you go to your doctor's visit, you send them a report that literally shows, for example, your blood sugar estimations every 2 hours throughout the day for 90 days. And you go into your doctor and say, here's the data, right? I mean, powerful feature. Here's the numbers. Get ready for this. Put your business hats on. Do you believe that 1 out of 100 people that have to poke their skin right now to measure blood, 1 out of 100 would say if I could monitor my blood sugar all day long, every day, with a wearable device, I would want that device. Do you believe that 1 out of 100 people in that category would say yes to this device?
Sure.
1 out of 100. Probably more like 99 out of 100. Right. 1 out of 100. I'll bet on that statistic. I will. I'll bet all day long on this statistic that we can get 1 out of 100. Right. 1 out of 100 just in North America alone. Just in North America alone, $2 billion in revenue. Guys, we're in 195 countries. Let me put this in perspective. There are only 11 companies in the direct sales industry, 11, that have ever done over $1 billion a year in revenue. 11. There are 4,900 network marketing companies in the world today, and 11 of them have ever done $1 billion a year in sales. If 1% of just the diabetic population, just in North America, not the 195 other countries, say yes to this product, it's $2 billion in revenue. Unbelievable. And we become one of the top 10 companies in the history of this industry. Now, I don't know if you know anything about this industry, but if you can be at the right place at the right time with the right product, you don't even have to be good to get rich. You don't.
Will the price go up with that feature, or will it stay for
The price will stay the same.
Yes.
Price will stay the same. What they will offer, and this is beautiful. I'll show you this on the next slide. Price will stay the same to the device. So I don't know if you guys saw this week, but I swear I was running on. I was walking on clouds when I saw this. Apple made an announcement this week about their iWatch. Anybody see that on TV? Do you know what their announcement was? They're working on the holy grail of the biggest need in the medical. We know how big diabetes is. Obesity and diabetes go hand in hand. Apple is working on a technology that will allow you to monitor your blood sugar levels without breaking the skin. But hold on. You had to stay all the way to the end. Last thing they said, we're 2 to 3 years away
Thank you.
from this technology hitting the market. And I said, oh, we're about to be so rich. We're about to make so much money.
Right?
Kidding me? Oh my God. I want to be at the right places, right? We're ahead of Apple.
Oh, man.
It's not very often you can outthink Apple.
Right.
Out-innovate Apple.
Right.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. I say we take it to the bank, right?
I understand.
This is huge. You know the other implication of this blood sugar monitoring? As excited as I am about what it's going to do for the diabetic market, and by the way, our CEO is type 1 diabetic. So this is a baby of his. And there's a large amount of money, over $30 million, that he invested to acquire the patent and the technology. This technology has been being developed for many, many years. And underground, he discovered the technology through, whatever it is, the web of, all these inventors, and they found out about this. And they flew out and they met with the company, they ran the studies, and the clinical, they said, is it real? And they said, oh, it's real. And Fabio said, we want to buy your company. And they bought it. Because he knew we're going to take that technology and put it in this. They didn't know what they were going to do with it. Isn't that brilliant? But check this out. First go around, how many of y'all know people that prick their skin, but every hand went up? Second question, how many of you know some folks that have, either in the past or now, would love to lose some weight and try to lose weight? All of us. Do you know the number one reason people don't lose weight? Sugar. Number one reason. Here's why. The body can only burn sugar or fat. It cannot burn both at the same time. And when there's sugar, abundance of sugar, it will always burn the sugar first. And whatever sugar doesn't burn for energy turns into fat. So that's why carbs turn into sugar in the body. And the number one obstacle for people to lose weight is their sugar. But you can tell someone that till they're blue in the face, right? But the reality is we have habits, right?
Yep.
Can you imagine? So I really want to lose weight, I really do. And they have an app that when they eat a meal and it shows them on their phone, this is what just happened in your body to your sugar levels. Can you imagine someone who has a coach, a personal health coach, How many of y'all know some folks that are in the health and wellness industry? Anybody know anybody that sells like weight loss shakes and stuff? There's a bunch of guys, right? Herbalife, and Isogenics, and Advocare, and all these companies. This is a gold mine. We're launching a strategy at our team event in Las Vegas this summer. We're launching a strategy because here's the thing. Even in our company, most people are going to focus on the diabetic market. That's great. But that's a shoe-in market. But let me ask you something. Do you want, if you choose right now, have 1,000 diabetics buy your product, or have 1,000 network marketers that have thousands of people in their teams all over the world say this product complements our health and wellness line? And they come in scenario A, you'll have 1,000 diabetics. In scenario B, you'll have 100,000 diabetics that will buy the product through their network, and you'll have leaders in your organization building a business worldwide that you get to earn money off of. So I believe the real play for this blood sugar monitoring is the health and wellness industry. Because yes, diabetes is an issue, but the reality is obesity is the cause of much of diabetes. And if we can help people in that journey, so watch what we have, watch the next announcement. We just launched this week. I alluded to it earlier. Never done before, the very first app store for wearable technology. I'm going to share with you why this is so powerful. And thank you guys for your time tonight. I'm going into a little bit more detail tonight because hey, I'm here from Louisiana. I have an opportunity to really transfer some of this to you guys, and hopefully somebody really catches the vision. So thank you for letting me kind of go all in tonight, and not just try to compress it down to, to a mini presentation. I want to make sure you get all the facts. So, does anybody remember when the first iPhone came out? Anybody remember the first iPhone? So, smartphones were just starting to emerge. The two biggest companies, cell phone companies at the time, were Nokia, they were number one, and Motorola, number two. And here comes the computer company, Apple, going, we're going to make a phone. And everyone's like, what are you going to do? By the way, their first phone was awful. The failure rate on that phone, calls dropping. It was a disaster of a cell phone. But they took over the market very quickly. Here's why. They created an open API app store. If you bought a Nokia, guess what you got? Your Nokia. You got your calculator, you got to check your email, you got, your text mail, whatever it was, and any apps that Nokia created, you could get their apps. I think the Nokia had 8 to 10 apps on it. iPhone comes in and says, we're not going to make any apps. None. We're going to make an app store. And we're going to let all of the brilliant minds around the world come up with their ideas, make their own apps, and we'll bring those apps to the market through our phone. And within a very short amount of time, there were thousands of apps. Today, over 2 million apps have been created for Apple. Right? Their unique value proposition was, yeah, your phone will make calls and our phone will make calls. But with our phone, you have access to thousands and thousands and thousands of apps that can make life easier for you. So we've created an open API platform where third-party programmers can come in with our technology and create functionality for it through apps. And now you can customize your Hilo experience. Let me give you an example of just a couple of the apps that are being introduced right now that'll be some of the first ones to the marketplace. There's a guy in Chicago, he's a scientist and a researcher and developer, and he's already created this technology, but he didn't have the wearable device to make it work. He didn't know what to do with his discovery. It's crazy to even think about this. He's got an app that'll be launching through the Hilo that, through the vital signs that we measure, will notify you 2 days before you get the flu. It'll be able to read your biometrics and say your body is indicating there's a flu going on. You're internally you're getting sick. Your nose isn't running yet. Your body's not aching yet. There's no fever yet. But inside it's happening. Can you imagine what that will do for the world? And you're like, okay, start taking my vitamins, and right? You get my sleep, drinking my water, and you get ready to beat that thing 2 days in advance, 2-day warning. There's another app that's developed that will let women know when you're ovulating from your indicators. cold. Another app you developed that will let you know when you need to drink more water, your hydration level. Crazy. Someone created that, and they've done it, they've tested it. It's legit. It's full of legit. It's a game, by the way. It's a game. This app is a game. I need to clarify that. But it's a lie detector test. They use your EKGs, your all the different measurements, and it detects if somebody's telling the truth or lying. Obviously, the game, right, is not, we don't want to ruin any marriages or anything like that. But how fun can that be, right? You're hanging out with friends, whatever, and someone's telling you a story, and you're like, I don't know, put the helo on, let's see. And they do the test, or it's just be a fun, just a game. But there's fitness apps coming out. This is where the blood sugar, by the way. See, so give you an example of this. Somebody could come out and say, hey, we can create an app 100 times better than the apps that you guys have. That's more user-friendly, has a better interface, interacts better with social media. Great, create it, bring it to the table. Open-ended platform, no limits. So there's going to be people that come out and say, okay, we want to take this blood sugar thing and we want to create an app that targets the weight loss space. Or we want to create an app that focuses on diabetics and we want to put different things in here that make life better for them. And all these brilliant ideas, fitness apps and personal development coaching apps. And the list, there's no limit. Right now, 350 apps. Right now, we just announced this last week. 350 apps are already being submitted to us right now as we speak in our app store that will all tie into your Helo and allow you to have all kinds of different access. Here's the beauty of this. Every time someone comes in and goes, ooh, I would love to have this add-on or this app. And they go into the store and they purchase an app for $3.99 or whatever it might be. Or they do an in-app purchase on the free apps, whatever it might be. It all goes into the pay plan. You see how brilliant this is? Because we go out and build a customer base together. And that customer base looks at their phone and their app every day. And every time something new comes out, they go, oh, let me check that out. Oh, I want that. Click, $3.99, they buy it right through the App Store. iPhone, iPhone store or Google Play Store. They buy it, whatever, it's $5.99, $1.99, whatever it is. And it's called micro purchasing or micro transactions. Do you know there are app companies that have sold for billions and billions and billions of dollars with 99-cent purchases? Micro purchasing. And it all floods the compensation plan. It all floods the compensation plan. So this app store is brilliant because it opens up unlimited innovative ideas and people can start coming up with their own creations. BioZen, this is a quick product we just launched. BioZen's an adhesive that goes on the back of your electronic devices. What it does is it actually protects your body. It shields the harmful radiation from electronics devices. So if you go to cancer.gov, cancer.gov, I think it is, cancer.org, cancer.gov, they have several articles, they did clinical studies showing the effects of Bluetooth, holding your cell phone against your head all day, children holding their iPhones on their laps, right, up against their bodies, or their iPads, and the effect that radiation actually has on your blood cells, on the cellular structure of the water in your body, and it's profound. So we have a product, it's a little adhesive, you can put on any electronic device you have. The studies are incredible, and it shows the difference if you're on like a 15-minute phone call without this versus a 15-minute phone call with it, and what goes on in your body in those scenarios. So it's just an additional add-on product that we have. So what I want to do right now is switch gears and talk to you about the income side of this. Now, again, I want to say this, be real clear one more time. As we move in and we talk about our compensation plan, understand one more time, I just have to say this because I want to make sure we're so clear, because there's so much hype in our industry right now. We are not guaranteeing you're going to get rich in this company. We're not saying get in now, get rich quick, sign up, tomorrow we're not saying that. What we're saying is we got a product that's the real deal, and we got a compensation plan that will pay you to share this product and start to build a marketing team. And the results will vary, but this is the most powerful compensation plan I've ever seen in the industry. Let me just show you some numbers, and I didn't even update this. This is January's numbers. But this is Nat and Shanita Prana Future. Nat and Shanita just finished their 1-year anniversary with this company yesterday. They launched this in Thailand. Thailand. And in the first 60 days, they made $400,000. $400,000. Nat and Shanita are in their mid-60s. When they told their daughter, Natita, and their son, Chad, we're going into the technology business as distributors, they fought. The daughter, mom, Natita, they fought for a month. Really fought. The daughter thought her mom had lost her mind. She said, Mom, you don't even know how to use Facebook. She said, how are you going to market technology? And her mom stood her ground. She said, I'm telling you, this company roll out. They hadn't even started manufacturing the product yet. It was just at that point, it was a vision. She saw the drawing. They said, we're taking this to production. And she caught the vision. And they launched in little Thailand, Bangkok. It started to go viral. Started to grow. Chad and Natita came on board a couple months later and said they saw the money they were making and said, okay, you were right, we were wrong. Take a look at this. This is January. These are not even our numbers. This is a business publication that just publishes different earnings in the industry. Nat and Shanita made $650,000 in January. The numbers from last month, I didn't update the slide, but over $850,000 last month. Their daughter and son-in-law, good friends of mine. This is who asked me the question on the phone this summer. Over $500,000 a month in earnings. They're in their mid-30s. They're in their mid-30s. And you can see here that we have 7 of the top 100 earners in all of network marketing from our company, from one company. It's unheard of. When you understand there's companies that have been in business for 30, 40, and 50 years. And we have 7 of the top 100 income earners in the entire world in our company. Because we have a product and a system in place and a compensation plan that's like nothing we've ever seen. So let me show you how the money works on this. And let me back up before I show you this slide. So here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to set everybody at ease here. We don't sell this. We don't want you to sell this. We don't go around talking about it. We don't go around explaining to people, you know, the Fitbit sold this thing, whatever. Here's what we did. Here's how we had viral growth and how we're breaking records as a team. We're sharing that 2-minute video. We're sharing that 5-minute video. That's it. No joke. No joke. We're sharing the video. I made my first couple $100,000 with this company, my first few months. I've been involved with 6 months now. My first 2 to 3 months, I made over $200,000 and never did a presentation. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Never did a presentation. I've dreamed of something like this. I've dreamed of something like this. I have people in our organization that are having success in business, who are doing well with this company simply by sharing the videos. Here's why. Because how many of y'all would agree if we put 100 people in this room right now and said, if you guys can go out and sell, you make a lot of money. How many of y'all agree out of the 100, 95 walk out the door and go, I don't want to sell anything. I'm not a salesperson.
Right.
Is that fair?
Right. You said that over here.
I used to teach people in network marketing. I used to teach this in training events. I would tell people you have to get out of your comfort zone. I would tell them that. You have to get out of your comfort. You know why? Because it was true back then. With the products we were marketing back then, if you didn't get out of your comfort, if you couldn't sell, you couldn't make it. You know what I teach people now? Stay in your comfort zone. Those 95 people that would have walked out of the room, we just got them all back. They're like, oh, you mean I don't have to sell? I don't have to present? I don't have to be weird to my friends? Right? I don't have to wear a button and, put a tattoo on my forehead. And it's crazy what's happening. We're literally, like, for example, we have a text message we send out. Simple text message. So have you seen this 2-minute video yet? Fox News says this technology is the next big thing. Would love your feedback. www.mo. That's it. That's it. Social media, Facebook sharing. Or pick up the phone and make a phone call. There's some folks that I call, and I pick up the phone and I call them. Said, I found what I've been looking for. And I'm telling you, you need to take a look at it. That's why I'm just bold with some of my friends. I'm telling you, you got to take a look at this. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Great. It's a 2-minute video. I'll send it over to you. And guys, some people watch the 2-minute video. I had people watch the 2-minute video. People I love, trust, respect. They watched the 2-minute video. This was early on in the business before I made any money. And they called me back and told me all the reasons why this wouldn't work. You bet. Not everybody gets it. But other people watched the 2-minute video and said, I got to get more information. You could be onto something. This could be big. And for the first time in my life, we're watching a business exponentially grow. I personally, somewhere between 50 and 60 people that I personally enrolled in. That's a small number. But well over 10,000 distributors in our organization, most of them I've never talked to, never met before in my life. Right now we have 46 people on our team that have reached the rank of diamond. That means their teams are doing $20,000 a week in sales volume. 46 people have reached the top level of our company. And most of them I've never talked to, never met before. They're sharing the 2-minute video, and it's going viral. It's going viral.
That's just from sharing the content, right? Social media, sharing the videos.
Yeah, sharing the videos. Content, text messaging, phone call. People ask me, okay, what do we do? How do you do this business? What do you do? Here's the answer. Before I show you the money, here's the answer. Someone says, what do I do? Here's the answer. Get people to take a look. That's it. That's it. Get folks to take a look at this. And some won't even take a look, but that's all right. And some will and not be interested. But here's the thing. I have never seen a product where if you get a certain amount of people to take a look, a high percentage of them go, this is awesome. I want one of those for my family. First time I've seen that. Where I could literally share a 2-minute video and people watch it, and a large percentage of people that watch it say, I want to be a part of this somehow. Or I want to know more. Without me ever having to talk them into anything. Never seen anything grow this viral. It's crazy. So we have a whole system in place for that. We have a whole online website. You know, it lets you know when people go there. The whole thing is so simple. You literally send them a link, and get people to take a look. It's that simple. That's how we're growing viral. So let me show you how the money works on this. Should you see yourself sharing this product? First way that we get paid, this is a simple, it's really our customer referral program. This is just a 10% fast start bonus. So what I like about this, and this is so different than any company I've been a part of. In our company, there's no cost to starting the business. So I've never seen that before. Every business I've been a part of before, we sat down with someone and they couldn't just become a customer and then start making money with us if they wanted to. They had to buy some type of business kit, business pack, make some type of investment or whatever. Our company's the opposite model. Our company says everyone is a customer. And we give every customer the option of getting a free website. And if our customers, if you as a customer want to refer people, we'll pay you to refer people. So literally you become a customer and you enter the ability to be in the compensation plan and earn money if you want to. So the customer referral part of this is crazy. I have a lot of people say, I don't want anything to do with network marketing and this and that. I just want to wear the device. But guess what? They wear it and people go, what is that? What do you do? And they see check out their blood pressure at work or whatever. And they're referring people, and our company pays everyone 10% of any referrals that they make. So that's a little bit of the, kind of the low end money. This is where you can really, really make a difference in your life, and that's in the team binary commissions. The way the team binary commissions works is you build 2 teams. You build a team on your left, and you build a team on your right. Okay, build a team on your left, you build a team on your right. 2 teams. They're going to take all the volume of those 2 teams, on the left and on the right. They're going to take the matching volume of those 2 teams, pay you 10% of the left, 10% of the right, or a better way to say it is 20% of the pay rate. Now guys, for those of you that come from a network marketing background, this is huge because this pays up to $200,000 a week. You can earn up to $200,000 a week. Here's why I fell in love with this particular compensation plan. When you're building, it doesn't matter where in that team that leader might show up. I'll give you an example. Dan's hundreds of levels down in our organization. Hundreds. I mean, he's down in that, I mean deep in that team. Doesn't matter. In a lot of companies, if somebody's too far down in your group, you no longer make money on that group. And our compensation plan is unlimited depth. So let's say John knows Mary knows Joe knows Bob, who shows a DVD to a friend who lives in Dubai, who shows a DVD or shows the 2-minute video to a friend who lives in the Philippines, who shows a video to someone in Japan, and all of a sudden someone in Japan shows up, and Dan Ruth shows up in Japan and goes, "This is what I've been waiting for," and starts to just blow the roof off of this business. Congratulations to you. Because even if there are 1,000 levels down in your organization, you have an opportunity to earn on all of the revenue that takes place. I'll show you an example of that in an upcoming slide. Check matching bonus is incredible. Anyone who you personally enroll, so I'll give you one example of how this works. It goes 10 levels in depth, but anyone you personally enroll, they're all on your first level, right? So remember I told you I got the phone call from a friend of mine in Mexico, Rodrigo? And Rodrigo's the one that connected me with Chad. So when I made the decision to start this business, I called Rodrigo, I said, "Rodrigo, I want you to be the one that signs me up. Chad will sign you up if you sign me up, because you're the one that showed this to me." "Oh man, all right. He said, "I don't know if I'm going to build it or not, whatever." I said, "I'm telling you." And I knew this, because I knew that if he's the one that signed me up, he was going to make a 10% match on whatever I earn every week. So whatever my checks are each week, my buddy in Mexico makes a 10% check match. Now here's why that excited me this year. Because my buddy Rodrigo in Mexico had a major medical issue happen several months ago, and he was in the hospital with a major liver issue, followed with 3-4 weeks later after getting out a major car accident. It's been nuts. Sweetest, most wonderful guy, I mean, amazing person. He just hit some hard times. He never went out and started building this business. But do you know he makes 10%? Whatever I earn every week, because he's the one that signed me up. Whatever I earn, he makes 10% of that. It's crazy. My biggest week so far was $73,000 in earnings in 1 week. My friend in Mexico that week made $7,300 as a bonus. Because he called me on the phone and said, "You got to take a look at this thing." So this check matching is powerful. It's not, the number 2 is big, fast money. But this is, when you start helping people in your team make money, this check right here can become very good too, because they're going to say, whatever your team earns that week, we're going to give you a bonus, a check matching bonus on their earnings. And that can become very, very lucrative. We also have a 1% loyalty box. 1% of all the volume in your pay accumulates. They give you a bonus at the end of the year for 1%. We have a car bonus program, $1,000 a month that you can qualify for, and VIP lifestyle trips. That's how I ended up in Dubai in January. I was able to take my 17-year-old daughter to a 6-star resort in Dubai and be around all the millionaires in our company. You know how cool that was? Can I share something you guys haven't shared yet? I want to put this in perspective. In June and July of this summer, my kid's private school was coming back up. We live in South Louisiana. Public schools aren't real good. They've been going to a small private school for the last few years. I took some real hits in business. I had a couple businesses I was trying to get going. Real hits in business. Cash flow was tight. I was in debt. I was struggling financially. I was so stressed at the time in my life. It's June and July. I needed $2,500 so my daughter could go back to school and my son could go back to private school. And I started driving Uber this summer. In June and July, I was an Uber driver in New Orleans, Louisiana. Because I wasn't going to roll the dice and hope I closed a business deal or this came through or that came through. So I got to make sure my kids go back to school. And I didn't have an extra $2,500 laying around. So I was driving Uber in June and July. We launched this business at the end of September and it's changed our lives. Changed our lives on every level. My dad lives in Akron. My dad's a pastor here in Akron, Ohio. And James Roma, Pastor Roma. Well, Winter Reed Legends Church of God is his church. I love my dad. My dad's always been there for me. Always been there for me. There's times in my life where, wire $300, young growing family. Here you go, son. Here you go. You never had money. He was a construction worker growing up. $8 an hour, road construction. Then became a pastor. Didn't make any money. And he had a burden in his life, and that burden was an IRS burden. It was a big burden. It was a very large burden. And I knew that, and I was able to, on this trip, I was able to pay off my dad, 100% of my dad's IRS debt. And say, Dad, you owe the IRS a zero. Man, that felt right. Man. I was able to thank my dad for being there for me all those years. But 8 months ago, I was driving an Uber. You with me? Right place, right time. I'm telling you guys, we got our hands on something here. I was able to take my daughter. I went from figuring out how I was going to get him back to school to take them on, take her to Dubai, right? All expense paid company trip. Look at this, number 6. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls Royce giveaway. He reached the rank of president millionaire 4 times. I've hit the rank. We haven't hit it all 4 times yet, but 4 times you hit president millionaire. They take on a shop piece free. And you pick out a Lamborghini, a Rolls Royce, or a Ferrari. They pay cash, they buy it for you, and they sign the title over your name. You own the car free and clear. I've never seen a company do this. I'm talking to Fabio right now, seeing if they'll throw an RV program in there, because I love RV, I love motor coaching, right? Like, come on, man, let's do a motor coach program. Maybe we'll get that done, we'll see. How cool is that, right? A car giveaway. Car giveaway program. Stock option leadership program. This is a incentive they do. They just launched for the first quarter of this year. It continues. But guys, this is amazing. Just by hitting the ranks that we hit, they launched this in January, and in January and February, just with the rank events we hit, I earned 16,000 shares of stock in this company. It's crazy. I have a hunch that when the blood glucose hits, the stock's already rock. But I think it's going to go through the roof, right? But just where the stock sits today, I just paid for my daughter and my son's college for all 4 years, just with the value of that stock right now.
Wow.
Just for doing what I was going to do anyhow, right? Build the business and move the ranks. But they give you stocks. Stock is in a program as you reach the ranks in the company. So some really cool promotions there. Different ways that we get paid. So it's real simple. What does it take to get started? You just buy a product. That's it. You buy a product. You can get one device for $319. This is really our most popular pack. This family pack, it's $13.49. You get a box of the different colored bands, so you can change the colors on the bands. You can change those colors. You get 3 business centers instead of 1. So as you're building long-term, there's some benefits there. But I love the fact that you just get a free device. So you're buying 4, you're getting a 5th one for free. This is great for anyone who wants to do this as a business. This is great because you have some additional product. John Smith goes, all right, I'm interested, I'm in, let's join. You say, great, I'll give you a brand new one right now. When your shipment comes in, give me a brand new one back. Right? So you have some products that you can move to people in your group or use them for your family. Premium pack, you get 6 devices, you buy 5, you get 6 for free. You get 6 boxes of the colored bands, 5 different colors. And then you can also add the bios in on as well. So it's real simple. You just pick a product pack and get started. Step 1. Step 2, if you want to start earning money in the team commissions, you simply enroll 2 people. So if you have one person on the left and one person on the right that buy the family pack, you're automatically promoted to the 20% team commission. So you're at the top commission level in our company. The actual requirement is 450 points on the left and 450 points on the right. So if you do a family pack left and a family pack right, you pass up the 450 and you're promoted, you're qualified. If you do 2 of the single packs, you're at 10% commissions. But as you continue to build your business and sell more product, once you hit that mark, it's cumulative, and then you're promoted. So you can get yourself to 20% by doing that. And then step 3 is become a team developer. Help your 2 people enroll 2 people. And when you do that, your 2 enroll 2. That's the only requirement ever to unlock the rest of the bonuses. So once you're a team developer, you just focus on building your business now. You just focus on the volume, you focus on building your team. You never have to worry, how many people do I have? How many sales did I do? Is there a quota that I have to meet? How many people do I have to have on this or that? Not in this company. Literally, you enroll 2 people, help those 2 people enroll 2 people, and you've met all of the requirements for the company for life. You just do it one time, it's done for life. So you can knock this out real quick. This is something that's pretty easy to do, and it's team development.
I have a question.
Yes?
On that back slide, if the two people that we bring in, on the left and the right, the one person, if they, now can they become team developers? So would they get there too, and then that's how they become developers, but they stay on our team?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone always stays on their team, yeah.
Okay,
There's no breakaway at all ever in our compensation.
okay.
So yeah, the more team developers, the better. Yep, good question. So let me ask you a question. Based on what you've seen tonight, do you think you can find 2 people to say, oh my gosh, I would love this device? 2. Here's the deal. So here's definitely a moment of drawing a line in the sand. If your answer is no to that question, I don't know if I can find 2 people. This probably isn't for you. All right? It's nothing personal, right? So I'm just saying, if it's not 2 people that you go, man, I know 2 people that would love to be in this business, that would love to own this product or whatever, then this probably isn't for you. But the reality is, I think everyone knows, yeah, 2 people, of course. Let me show you what would happen. This is just an example. Let me show you what happened if everyone referred 2 people. And that was it. You just referred 2, and that was it. And those 2 referred 2, and that was it. And those folks referred 2, and that was it. Everyone just referred 2. Now, I use the example here of 12 weeks. So in week 1, you share it with 2 people, John and Mary. In week 2, John shares it with 2, and Mary shares it with 2. And in week 3, right? But let's be real conservative. And let's say forget 12 weeks. Let's call it 12 months. Is that fair? 12 months? Let's say it took you a whole month to find 2 people. Is that conservative? And it took them a whole month to find 2 people. And instead of 12 weeks, now we're talking about 12 months. Can we wrap our minds around that?
Yeah.
Now look, we know that's a perfect world, right? Here's the reality. Some folks won't ever share this with anybody. Probably love it, whatever. And some folks will come in and share it with 10 people, right? It's never going to be this perfect, everyone does 2, does 2. But I'm using this as an example of what can happen. Now, again, one more time, I want to say this. This is for example purposes only. This is not an income claim. So I'm not guaranteeing anybody that everyone's going to enroll 2 people and in 12 weeks or 12 months, this is what's going to happen to you. But I'm going to show you what you would earn in our compensation plan if everybody just referred 2 people. Fair enough?
Yeah.
If everyone purchased 1 device, $319, 1 device, in the next 12 weeks or 12 months, depending on the example you want to use, you would have earned $122,000 in upfront income. Would that make a difference in anybody's life?
You gotta understand.
122 grand in upfront money if everybody bought the single device. If everyone bought the family pack, obviously that doesn't happen. Not everybody buys family pack, but if everybody did, over $400,000 in upfront income. And if everyone happened to buy the premium pack, over $600,000 in income. Now, as exciting as that is, those numbers, I love it, they're big numbers. That's life-changing money. That's life-changing money. This is not what got me the most excited about our compensation plan. What got me the most excited about this compensation plan is a program we have called the Loyalty Membership. And I'm going to show you the loyalty plan on the next slide. But the loyalty membership is $59 a month. It's totally optional. But when I show you what you get, you're going to realize why 95% of people get the loyalty membership. Because it's got so much value in it. But in this example, if everybody said, yes, I want to be a loyalty member, your monthly residual income would be over $24,000 a month. Not counting the upfront money of the purchase of the device. Pure residual income from the $59 a month loyalty membership. Now, we're not even counting now that we have the App Store and what that will look like with all the app purchases taking place. That's an unpredictable number. So let me show you how the $59 works and you can see for yourself if you think it's a good deal or not. $59 loyalty membership. First thing you get, we're in the blue plan, which is the North America plan. If you enroll one person on the loyalty membership, that counts as 30 SV of sales volume. If you have 30 SV of sales volume, you're considered active, and that means any of the sales that happen through your team, you never lose the volume. Now here's why that's important. Let's say that you're a guest here tonight at Dan's. And you say, Dan, I'm in, I want to be a part of this. And you lock in a position with Dan. And next week, Dan goes out and signs up 10 more people. Because we only build 2 teams, he's got to take those 10 people and put, for example, 5 on the left and 5 on the right. Well, if this is you at the top of that team, and he puts 5 more people in, those 5 people now go under you. Well, as long as you have 30 SV a month of volume that's sold sold to you, you're active. That means if you have one person on the loyalty plan, all the people being put underneath in your organization, all the sales happening, the volume never goes away, it bakes. It literally bakes the volume and it never flushes. Next perk is you get the Hilo Pro app for 5 devices. There's a free app and there's a pro app. The pro app simply allows you to have more of the same features. So you don't get more features. All the features are the same in the free app. You get ECG, blood pressure, it's all the same. With the pro app, here's a quick example. On the panic alert button, the emergency button, on the free app, you get 1 emergency contact. So if I wasn't a loyalty member and Adriana hit the panic button, I would have to choose whether it was me, her mom, or her grandma that received the emergency text notification. Of course, we all know I choose the grandma. But because I'm a loyalty member, we get the pro version of the app for 5 devices. So all 5 of my family pack devices are covered with 1 loyalty membership. We get to add 3 emergency contacts. So there's some additional perks there on the pro app that you get. And again, that $159 membership covers all of the devices. You also get some cloud storage and online tools. You get a protection plan for the Hilo and the Infolio. We didn't talk about the Infolio tonight, but it's going to be launching the end of May. The Infolio is a new Android smartphone that we are launching. We realize that, remember I said earlier, phones are the wrong product to lead with, but it's a great back-end product to make available. So it's a 64 gigabyte Android phone, 20 megapixel HD camera, highest HD camera of any phone on the market. So great product. You get insurance, if it's ever lost or damaged, your Hilo or your phone, you get replacement on that. But here's where it really starts to get fun. For $59 a month, guys, check this, this is crazy. We give you $75 back. Make sure you understand this, no joke. $59 a month to be a loyalty member. The company gives you $75 back. They put it in your back office, in your shopping cart. You can use it, it accumulates, and you can use it to buy any product that we have now or forthcoming in the future. You can use those points. That's 130% return on your dollar. It's a no-brainer for anyone who says, hey, I love technology, I love the newest, latest, and greatest. If you're telling me that I put $59 in, I get $75 out, it's a great deal. Let me show you what that looks like. If you were a loyalty member for a year, for 12 months, you would have enough loyalty points to get a free Hilo and a free Infolio every single year for life. Now, you don't have to use it for those things, but you would have enough points at the end of the year to get a free Hilo and a free smartphone every single year for life as a loyalty member. As a loyalty member, we also give you an additional 1% in your money box. This accumulates every week that commissions pay out. 1% bonus, extra bonus, goes into your, call it piggy bank, and it accumulates for the entire year. And at the end of the year, you get an annual bonus. Total value, guys, this is over $1,400 in value, plus whatever that 1% is. It's different for everybody. Total investment, $700 for the year, 59 times 12. You can see there's a lot of bang for your buck there. And what I love about it is every one of those loyalty memberships goes into the compensation plan. So 30 points goes into the, so if you had 1,000 people in your team all over the world on the loyalty plan, that's 30,000 points that goes into the compensation plan, and you can earn up to 20% from all those points. Everyone, in cash and bonus, and real commissions. Plus, we pay another $6 fast start bonus. So everybody you enroll in the loyalty plan, you get another $6, 10% bonus on that. So that means somebody could go out and enroll 10 loyalty members, and literally your fast start bonus every month pays for your $59 loyalty membership. So $59 is a very little bit of money for a lot of people, but when you look at what you get for this, and you look at how this compounds in the compensation plan, it's a phenomenal residual income program. Here's our ranks. I showed you earlier the check match, depending on what level you're at in the company. These are check matching bonuses. So you can earn matching bonuses on your team down those levels. And as I alluded to just a moment ago, timing is everything. It really is. So this is it. This is a first meeting we've ever had in Cleveland, Ohio. This is it. Most people have never heard of this yet. It's wide open. You know, we have two diamonds or above, and all in the whole Northeast region. I'm talking about New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, all of these. Two. We haven't even scratched the scratch on this. This market's so wide open. People haven't even heard of this yet. There'll be a time where I'll come back and there'll be thousands of people in a room. Haven't heard of this yet. So you have a chance to really be first. Well, the power of that, because it's a binary compensation plan, is by taking a position of equity, you get to be in front of the market. So as this market grows, as your sponsor and your upline, they're building this business, you get to benefit from the overflow that's taking place. And obviously, you know the deal. If you wait to enroll, people are going to join, and when they join, they're going to join under you. Or you're going to join under them. So last slide of the night, here's what we do, guys. We get enrolled. It's this simple. This is it. Pick a pack, share the videos, and follow up. And our follow-up simple. Our follow-up is, hey, what did you like most? Saw you watch the video. What did you like most about that? They tell you. Say, great. Are you interested in more information? They go, yeah, we'd like to know more. Excellent. Let's get you on a webinar so you can see a full presentation on a webinar, and you give them your website, and they can register. They have 12 webinars a day. They pick the one that works for their time, and they go attend a live webinar, watch a live presentation online, and they get to see everything that you got to see here tonight on their own time schedule from the comfort of their own home. And it's that simple. And we're running this automated system. Share the videos, follow up. Share the videos, follow up. Share the videos, follow up. And we're watching this thing just grow and grow and grow exponentially. So that's our, that's our presentation, guys. And here's what I'm encouraging you to do. If you're a guest here tonight, and you take a look at this the first time, jump on board with us. I'm telling you, we got something real special. Get with the person who invited you here. Say, I love it. I love what I saw. I want to be a part of this. Take a position on the team. They'll set you up to show you how to set up your website with the 2-minute video, the 5-minute video, so you can start sharing those videos right away. And let's go have some fun together. Let's make a difference in people's lives. Let's create some financial freedom for a lot of folks here in Ohio and all over the world. And we're going to have a good time together. So I'm going to ask, I didn't even get a chance, Anna Maria is here from Texas, and her and her husband Stro are incredible leaders in this company. Actually, grand diamonds in the company, which means their organization does over $100,000 in revenue on the left team and $100,000 of revenue on the right team on a weekly basis. That's huge, guys. That means their organization is doing $200,000 in revenue. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. They both work very high demanding, full-time, multiple six-figure salary careers. When I tell you, I don't have time. Not with this system. Everyone has time with this system. They've been able to build a very substantial home-based business, setting out to following the system. Both of them with big careers, big families, taking care of kids, the whole 9 yards. And in spite of that, they've been able to build. So they've got a lot of folks that are here tonight are guests with their team. So I want to invite Anna Maria to come up and just share your story with everybody, if you would. And y'all give it up for Anna Maria.
Ate a chocolate cookie.
He runs an entire region sales team, and I run our strategic accounts. So I have our CEO of Oracle in my accounts on a quarterly basis. We work about 65 hours a week. We have 4 beautiful girls, 1 in college, 2 in high school, 1 still in elementary school. And yeah, we're busy. Okay, we redefine busy. But you know, the thing that opened up our mind and our eyes to network marketing was 15 years ago. We worked for the same company, different company, big, large software company, and we had an executive sales vice president come in from another big software company, and he misforecasted commissions that year. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that was a thing. But he came in, misforecasted commissions, and my husband and I were sales execs, and we were 2 of several, hundreds across the board, that didn't get paid out commissions. Mm-hmm. He and I were both out 6 figures each in commissions. Saving for college is not a good plan B. That is not a plan B, that's college. We didn't have an additional stream of income. So we were tied, we were handcuffed to our salary of our JOB, and that's all we got that year. And if anybody knows anything about sales, software sales, you are always on the phone. Your phone's attached. You never, ever stop working when you're in sales, ever, right? And so we busted our hump. We missed soccer games. We missed dance. This was going to be the best year ever. We're going to go on a big incentive trip. We're going to make all this great money, and we didn't get paid. And they didn't care. And so that was when we opened our eyes to the possibilities of that industry, which was network marketing. And we never looked back. We have had highs, we have had lows. I've retired myself from corporate America, and I would just say that, if you can just keep your mind and your eyes and your heart open to the possibilities of additional streams of income, it is the smartest thing you can do. And what we have here is phenomenal, because I've been involved in that congested industry, that I call it. I just sat there, people ask me, they're like, what do you like about this? And I'm like, well, if I don't have to shake it, smear it, or swallow it, I'm so excited about this, right? Think about all of those. And there's a lot of great companies out there, right? There's a lot of great, I am 100% supporter of network marketing. I'm not asking anybody to stop doing what they're doing. I'm not asking anybody to stop liking what they're liking. What Jeremy said earlier, I'm just asking people to open their mind to the possibilities of complementing what they're doing with something that doesn't compete. We are first to the market. If you guys have ever wanted that one thing, ever, this is it. I didn't tell you guys, when we opened our mind to network marketing 15 years ago, our really good friend was the one that approached us with it. He said, this is ground floor. You gotta get in, it's ground floor. And it was. And we were like, yeah, this looks great. This is awesome. Yeah, let's take a look at it. All right, looks good. We didn't sign because we just wanted to see what this industry was about. And we wanted to see what the product was going to do. We wanted to see how he was going to do. When he starts making money, well, then we know it works. And 9-10 months later, we decided to come on board because he was doing good. And it was a little bittersweet because he was making more zeros on his checks than we were. And we were doing the same thing. And we watched that ship sail. Today, he's number 4 in that company. He's a multimillionaire. And that was our ground floor opportunity that we said we would never, ever, ever let happen again. If we ever found that unique product and that unique opportunity in this industry, our Microsoft moment, us coming from technology, we were going to buckle up and we were going to just go through it because it was ground floor. If it was perfect, it'd be too late. We are ground floor here. And I'll tell you what, it has been extremely lucrative for us, and we are happy. Yes.
How long have you been doing this particular fit?
We officially launched Dallas on November 8th.
Last year.
2016.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed. Okay. Thank you.
And I'm almost out of corporate America again, so
Great.
thanks.